Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Ray. Got a video today from Modern Dating here. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
He flat out told me that if I walk out the door, he won't fight for me. And that if I want a divorce, he does love me. But if I want to leave, just leave.
Gosh, what a coward, dude. That's a straight up coward.
That's not a coward. That's the man that knows, hey, if you don't love me, then move on.
Your husband's a coward, and I would tell him that to his face.
She regrets threatening her husband with divorce, as she didn't know he would have the reaction he did.
Okay, I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on this. Look at this. So she says 3 years ago, she was just his girlfriend. And then 2 years ago, still his girlfriend. Now we're adding a little baby. And now a year ago, still his girlfriend. And now this year, still his girlfriend. Because he won't commit. And they've got a little one.
We did this on the last one. Now this beta cuck mangina is trying to point out that, oh, he's not doing his job and due diligence of not marrying her. They've been together for so long with 2 kids. They're pretty much together and married.
Got a family. And in the description, she says, guys, you know, this is just a joke. We're really happy. All that stuff. Now, I have my opinions. My opinion is this, and I may be completely off basis. You deserve better.
Why would he make this comment when she said it was just a joke?
Right?
Signing some paper won't guarantee happiness, so why should she deserve better when she is already happy?
If you want marriage...
Like, this man's simp jitsu is so strong. He's like a 5th degree black belt.
And you're not getting marriage. You deserve what you want. This is a true story. My wife in January of 2000...
People do not deserve what they want. They deserve what they earn.
And 7 told me that if I don't put a ring on it by the end of the year, she's leaving me. She was very serious. And if she didn't get what she expected or deserved, she was gone. And a few months later, we were engaged. And the next year, we were married.
Now his comment made more sense. He is a guy who went through an ultimatum, and she was able to get him to marry her with that strategy.
There's nothing wrong with drawing a line in the sand.
And there's nothing wrong with leaving someone that wants to draw a line in the sand. There's no need for it.
It's just a joke. Then she wouldn't be making posts that are titled, "Still a Girlfriend." If you're doing wifey things, you deserve the title. She deserves better. She knows she deserves better.
Just because you're doing the wifey things doesn't mean you deserve a title. She's already his wife in a sense. Why does she need the ring or a title to make it official? That's the thing about this generation. They like to put labels and titles on things. Can we just be together and try to be happy and make things work?
Marriage does not equal happiness.
Exactly.
If a piece of paper and a ring is what she needs to make her happy when they've been together years and have a child together, then he deserves better.
Correct.
I don't understand this. If you leave just because someone doesn't want to get married, then you're a red flag. That's not true love. It was interesting that he made that comment, even though she clarified the situation by saying that it was just a joke. Based on what he said about his own story, his wife gave him an ultimatum and it worked. He did what she wanted, and I am happy for them. But saying that the young woman deserves better because her partner hadn't married her yet didn't make any sense. How many couples are married and unhappy? Most of us know the answer. A lot. So this clearly indicates that marriage doesn't guarantee happiness. What matters is being happy regardless of whether they signed that paper. He didn't even think twice and said that she deserved better. But better in what aspect? The young man is probably not ready to take that step yet, but he is still doing his best to hold this family down. He is doing what he is supposed to do to have a happy household. And this is what matters. The marriage part isn't as important as a lot of people think. What if they were married and unhappy? Would that be a better scenario? It's obvious that the guy who made this video doesn't mind an ultimatum on his relationship, which is why he openly stated that he didn't mind having that level of pressure on him to marry his now wife, but to each his own.
You always say you want to marry me, and I say no, 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 no. And today you did that today, and I didn't like that, you lied. Okay, Yeah, you're gonna forget about it. No!
My man moved on. She's mad he didn't ask her to marry her this time. This boy is handling rejection well than some grown-up folks. Eli has found his yes girl and moved on. I'm happy for Eli. He became a real man at early age. Another girl has said yes, so forget about it. Sister, he has moved on. Help me understand women. So the no was a yes all this while? I always thought they develop it as they are growing, but I was wrong.
I thought it was a more of a learned thing as they grow up. Nope. I guess it's just part of women nature.
In my mind, it was influenced by their environment. However, this clip proves that it starts earlier. She just wants the attention. This is what she enjoys the most. And that's why she wasn't happy when he decided to put an end to it. But on the other side, we had a young man who already moved on. He got tired of trying. He realized it was a waste of time as nothing was coming out of it. This young man can teach most simp a good lesson. He just did what most simps should do, but refused to do so. Mind you, the young man didn't spend his resources on her, but he got tired of it. Unlike simps who spend money and time endlessly hoping that one day they will be
He's lucky. He didn't even have money to spend.
lucky, not realizing they are unnecessarily wasting precious time they could use to find the woman who is on the same page. This young man deserves a round of applause for that. He said, enough is enough. Now she will have to put some effort to get his attention, because he won't do it anymore. The young man stood on business. There was no time to be wasted on those who weren't interested.
He flat out told me that if I walk out the door, he won't fight for me, and that if I want a divorce, he does love me, but if I want to leave, just leave.
Gosh, what a coward, dude. That's a straight.
Again, I'm not a big fan that this man just called the other man a coward. I actually like this guy. We've seen a lot of clips of him in his show now, and I agree with a lot of what he says.
Up coward. Your husband's a coward, and I would tell him that to his face. Because he's putting the whole thing on you.
Why was the host redirecting this
He didn't put the whole thing on you. She asked for a divorce. He just said, if you want it, you got it.
conversation to her husband when he only responded to what she said? How did he conclude that her husband was a coward for stating his position?
I agree with this.
He didn't do anything. He just didn't want to play games.
Left you. You've heard me say this a million times. Behavior is a language. He has moved out on you. He's just staying in that bed. And he's going to ride his high horse about, nope, no divorce, no divorce. And he's going to blame you. And he'll be able to sleep at night saying, my wife just left.
She asked for it. When you want to play games, stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes.
Left me. She divorced me. It's cowardice. Coward.
So she wants to leave, and he doesn't want the drama. How's he in the wrong?
Correct.
If he doesn't want to fight for you, leave. You've got to learn to be okay being the villain in their story. Let's get his story. When they put you in a position where leaving is the only choice, they will still say, I'm not the one that left, all the while doing nothing to make you stay. Run.
All the while to make nothing. You don't think the man took care of things and all of a sudden she just wanted to do a stupid test on him? These women really, or these, I don't even know if this is a woman. These people really seem to just think women are just damsel in distress.
Ex-husband threatened me with divorce for years. I finally left him. Now he's up all night seeking validation on social media while I'm sleeping. When it comes to this clip, I would like to talk about a few points.
Gosh, what a coward, dude. That's a straight up coward. Your husband's a coward, and I would tell him that to his face. Because he's putting the whole thing on you.
First, I would like to address the host. He is a great example of someone who is saying things just to please the person he is talking to. And I do believe that he wasn't being honest when
He's normally pretty good. He doesn't usually pander to the women like this, so I'm quite surprised on this particular clip.
he made that comment about her husband. He doesn't believe that her husband is at fault in this situation, but since he wants to tell her things to make her feel good about herself, he made those comments. But he should know this approach won't do her any good, as it won't allow her to reflect on the effect her actions are having on their issues, and consequently, she won't be able to understand that her strategy is making things worse.
Yep. Pandering to women just makes them more and more entitled.
He just told her that she has nothing to do with their situation but her husband, and this is not true.
Like, if the husband asked for a divorce, okay, you got it. But no, we know you did.
If I want a divorce, he does love me, But if I want to leave, just leave.
Now let's talk about what's really going on in their relationship. Most people have issues in their marriage, and they usually act as adults and talk about it so that together they find a solution, instead of threatening their spouse. Using this method is not the right thing to do, and it won't work on mature men, just like it didn't work on her husband. He is probably a guy who wouldn't mind talking about their issue, but when she pulled the divorce card, the conversation went to another dimension, and from that point, he placed everything in her hands.
This is why when you're together, married and stuff, you don't joke about divorce.
And now it will be up to her to decide what she wants to do. His reaction was understandable, as a
100%
relationship
agree.
isn't something to be played with. Using your marriage as a tool to get things going your way is not the right thing to do, and the host also knows it. But interestingly, he didn't bother to tell her. Instead, he prefers to redirect his attention to the husband who didn't do much but tell her where he stands.
Men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. I grew up like the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. Like the man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. Like I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that like even just in general have drive in life. Like I feel like it's so different.
I can somewhat agree that there's a lot of men now that don't have drive in life. I hope they find this channel and hope they find other channels like me to get some drive and to get the masses out there and start working.
And when did this change? When did this change? Anyways, I just feel like there's no manly men.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you noticed. Because I kind of feel like that too when I look at your generation. And
This is a young woman who isn't willing to face reality. She wants to ignore the fact that we are living in a different era. So as a result, we are going to experience different things.
No, they know. They love to use the different era thing when it comes to their advantage, and they love to use the it's nowadays to their advantage. It's never the other way around.
She is referring to the time when we didn't have social media, so most didn't think they had many options and consequently valued relationships more than this generation. Also, we are currently in an era of strong and independent women. I don't need a man. So those factors will eventually affect our behavior, and I don't know why she was surprised that we have changed. It's interesting that if we compare the women back then and now, we will notice the difference, but somehow she expects men to remain the same. That was the best part of it. Everyone is evolving, and we will have to adapt to each other's changes.
Self-improvement time.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we are going to talk about the mindset you must have if you ever want to accomplish your goal. You will have to be unstoppable.
If you decide to go for the goal in your life, you're going to get knocked down over and over and over and over again. Every single week you're going to have heartaches and disappointments and frustrations and setbacks and obstacles. But without those
If you don't have those things in life, you're not living life.
obstacles, no success is possible. You see, the only way we can be successful is if we develop momentum. And we cannot develop the momentum unless we are struggling with obstacles and struggle with adversity.
This is why I love the saying, stumble forward and stay confused. You're not going to be able to walk upright every single time. You're going to be crawling sometimes. But as long as you're going forward and keep going, you'll make it eventually.
Goes hand in hand with all great success. What most people do is they back away from adversity. But if you want to see if you're a brave person, what they call the 4 o'clock in the morning courage, wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody...
I went through this literally a couple days ago, guys. On Monday, I got back. My PC crapped out. I spent all day Monday trying to fix it. Couldn't fix it. Went back and forth to Best Buy, 20 times. The next day, spent some more time trying to fix it. Spent another day fixing everything. Couldn't fix it. I ended up just buying a new PC. I bought a new PC, then spent half a day putting all the programs back, putting everything back. Even though I lost all my old data, I just had to remember everything. I had to watch all the YouTube videos of setting everything back up. That's probably why my sounds are all messed up a little bit, guys. I'm so sorry about that. Again, I changed the audios up a little bit thinking that it would be better because how I hear the sounds is a little bit different than how some of you guys hear it with your headphones. So I do apologize for the messed up sound.
Is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says nothing is going to stop me. You know, the best quality in the world that you can develop, and I give it to you because I made it my life's habit to develop this quality. I hope I've got it, I don't know for sure. But the quality is to develop the quality of being unstoppable.
We all know that when it comes to achievements, what we need to work on the most is our mindset. This is what will keep us on track even when things aren't going our way. It will keep us pushing even when everything is telling us to give up.
Trust me, guys, I was frustrated for the last couple days, but as soon as I got my PC up, I got everything running. I blew through 11 videos that day after I set up everything, and I blew through another 11 videos the next day. And I even did it during Christmas. I didn't care because my goal is to always be 3 days ahead. So I had to catch back up just in case things like this happened. That's the reason why I'm always 3 days ahead is if something was to happen, it gives me 3 days to fix it and start doing videos again before you guys notice anything happens. That's always been my goal.
Everybody who ever made it had the same thought process, and this is why they were able to achieve their goal. Anyone who wants to make their dreams come true must be prepared for the challenges they will face. And the only way to be able to overcome those adversities is by having the right attitude. We need to know that no matter what comes towards us, we will still find the way to go through it and continue forward. This is the difference between the winner and the loser.
Yep.
As he mentioned in the video, those hard times will build you. It will give you the level of knowledge and wisdom you will need. So make sure you don't shy away from them. Just face them, and you won't regret it. Remember, giving up is not part of our vocabulary. Be unstoppable.
To be unstoppable, I do like that. To be relentless on your goals. Every time you fall, guess what? Get back up, stumble back forward, learn some more, readjust, do it again. Fail again, get back up, stumble forward, readjust, and keep going. You're not going to be able to get it off maybe the first 2 adjustments. It might take you 20 adjustments, but it's worth it. Build up that grit. Please like, comment, subscribe down below.